Once upon a time, there were two best friends. One of them had a computer and the other one sucked.
It's going.
It now ends.
It has begun.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Carl Talk.
Anyway, it's chilling with the villains.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I'm your host, Carl.
I'm your guest,
Talk time.
Carl.
Yeah. So let's just, without further ado, let's just get into it. Let's get our hands dirty.
I have literally no topic.
The deep dark shit.
I've literally all I've been doing all day is laying down in bed and watching Dota. That's like all I've been doing.
Here's my first guest with our first topic of the night, Miguel.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
So it's been a lazy Sunday for us. You know, it's been nice. I picked up a new game. I've been playing Last Oasis. That's been fun. I'm not really one for resource gathering games normally, but this one it's different.
So I like survival games. I like resource gathering or resource management games. Mm-hmm. I fucking hate survival resource management games.
Oh, see, this one's a little different, all right, because it's also full-time PvP.
I mean, like, I don't know. Games like that, like games like Rust, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like Rust.
Yeah, I really do not like those games. I'm all for combining genres, mm-hmm. like survival horror, survival action horror, so forth. Like, but there's something about the combination of resource management and survival mm-hmm. that like really cheeses me off, and I don't know what it is.
Well, define resource management.
Well, so all day you've been mentioning like this is going to take all our water to get there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Partially survival, but then you also have to manage both your fuel, quote unquote, in your walker, mm-hmm. your water, mm-hmm. and normally I'm totally cool with games like that. Mm-hmm. But having to combine that in a survival setting, I don't know. As much as I think survival horror is the laziest genre,
yeah,
survival resource management is like a close second for me.
Yeah, I mean, the game actually doesn't have that many survival aspects, so to speak, which is something that I particularly enjoy. As opposed to other survival games where you gotta eat and you gotta fucking, drink and you gotta do any of that, they kind of eliminate all the external resources. Like, God forbid you play Oxygen not included. Fuck that.
Yeah, I hate that game. I don't think it's any good.
I think it's a great game that I would hate to play.
I tried it and I was like, not fun.
Anyway.
And maybe it's because I didn't get deep enough into it or like figure out the little tricks here and there. So like, I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt, but yeah, games like, yeah, you know where I'm going with that. I want more games like Firewatch. It's just a storytelling thing, but it's like 3 hours and it was like $10.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Those games are good. I'm looking for more games like fucking Mass Effect. That's what I fucking want in my life.
There's like 90 games like that.
No, there's not. It's so
there's
not.
There's 4
true.
Mass Effects. But it, like...
There's 3 Mass Effects and a disaster.
There's 4 Mass Effects. But it's an RPG with... Mm-hmm. It's linear? No, not linear. Technically not. But it's a story-driven RPG. There's plenty out there. Not to the same vein or like as like a copy of like Mass Effect, per se. Where it's like your character continues through multiple games.
Sure.
And even technically they don't. Mm-hmm. Like, you could totally be like, yeah, this is Shepard, but this is like Shepard with like 2 Ds.
But your choices remain.
Yeah.
And they affect things in the next game. Part of what I like. Mostly it's like the relationship building RPG.
Dating sims.
With a heavy story narrative. Like
dating sims.
Sure.
Yeah.
But a choice-based story narrative. Like Mass Effect is so many fucking things at the same time. It is a fucking miracle that the first 3 weren't complete fucking disasters.
Well,
how much they tried to do. Sorry.
The third was a disaster until they literally changed the ending.
Yeah, because of the ending, as well as they like simplified some things, which was weird. Like
outside of Andromeda, 3 is probably the least well received Mass Effect game.
Absolutely. I mean, so from like 1 to 2, they simplified a bunch of shit, right? Yeah. Because they were like, okay, this was unnecessarily complicated, and
but it was quality of life changes as opposed to like
exactly.
Yeah.
Instead of just like from 2 to 3, they simplified it even more, and I feel like they looked at the formula from 1 to 2, and they're like, that worked. We'll just make the game easier and play itself more, and you don't want that. They made it closer to a first-person shooter.
Which is, I think, quick little sidebar. I think it's really funny that, like, Mass Effect and the Persona series went opposite directions in their quality of life changes. In Mass Effect, the game kind of plays itself more, but one of everybody's biggest criticisms going back to Persona 3 and before is that you cannot control your party members. Like, one of the whole things about Persona 3 that people really fucking hated is that one of your party members continually just cast confusion. Like, for some reason, she would just cast confusion constantly. Like, they would already be confused, and then they would cast it again. Which is a shame, because I think Mitsuru is, like, one of the most interesting fucking characters in the Persona universe, but she's tainted.
So, yeah. That was, there was a lot more micromanaging of your party in the other games, and then in 3, they, like, basically took it out, like, almost entirely. Like, you could still do it, but, like, it was just kind of like, eh.
I've always liked that micromanaging of equipment and stuff in games, because I like big number. I like to see the number go up and do big number instead of do combo.
It kind of bothers me that you've never played through all 3 games.
They do not interest me in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. Don't get me wrong. Like, I understand why, but it still bothers me because it is exactly the kind of fucking game you love.
Yeah, but I'm also tired of space soldier simulator games. And I know it's not because there's a deeper story than that. That's an oversimplification of it, but like I'm really tired of those sorts of games. And not in like I think it's a bad type of game. I don't really like I pretty much checked out of Halo after Halo 2.
Yeah. I mean most people did.
Yeah, I just that sort of like
well, Halo 3 after that.
Yeah. I don't know. And, you know, maybe, like, Star Trek kind of ruined that for me because I was like, so this is how we would actually be.
Kind of. Star Trek's not even how it would actually be, but... yeah, I mean, it
honestly, Red Shirt would probably be the most accurate depiction of what it would actually be.
So that's actually what I enjoy most about the Mass Effect universe, is that it's not Star Trek, and it's not Star Wars.
Yeah, it's kind of a different thing.
It was a real neat in-between in which it was like, we're not advanced to the point of being peaceful or fucking any of that. It was actually somewhat similar to Halo in the sense that it was like, here's the aliens.
Yeah, like this not dystopian universe, but like...
And then a war immediately begins. Like, that happened off-screen, essentially, in Mass Effect before you even joined. But it's like, humans are the latest to a series of races that have been spacefaring for a while now. Yeah. And, of course, we find the first aliens, and we're like, you're big ugly, we're going to fight you. And they're like, no, you're big ugly, we're going to fight you. And eventually we don't destroy each other.
Robot aliens are just like, you are the biggest, ugliest, but we cannot fight you.
But I like that. It's a good like balance between politics and like military brashness. You know what I mean? That like it was all politics in Star Trek, and it was all military brashness in Star Wars. and it was all military brashness and Halo as well.
Yeah.
It found a middle ground that I was very desperately intrigued in. And, like, the actions that you can take in the game could totally lead to war.
Yeah. I have wanted to see, like... I don't know. Even though the story is done, I think I've always been... Out of all the Gundam series, like, outside of fucking G Gundam, I've always been most interested in, like, what the fuck is going on in the background in Gundam Wing. Zeta and Seed, I hate those series.
Yeah.
But I also want to know what's going on in the background. But I'm, like... Obviously, Gundam Wing follows the fucking 5 Gundam pilots and Relina from time to time, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to follow Zex exclusively. I wanted a Zex Gaiden.
It did, for a while.
But, like... He would be off-screen for, like, 5 or so episodes at a time.
Wait, it's Zex Marquise and who's the other one? Who's the other one that pilots Epion?
Oh, Trace? Kushinaga?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I would have loved just a side series on one or both of them. Because there's good portions of time where they're either not really involved in the story or they're like, I'm gonna go fuck off for like 10 episodes. And I would have loved to have seen what happened in those 10 episodes. Like, the more that I think about it, the more that story jumps just so extremely regularly. Because I want to say it's in, like, episode, like, 30 or something that all of a sudden, oh, we have to go to the Peacecraft Kingdom. And it's like, what the fuck? Why are we going here?
Zex Marquise was the original Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
He was the younger, not as disciplined, not a total fucking psychopath, kind of psychopath. You know, not quite Darth Vader.
Yeah.
But getting there.
He's too angry to be Darth Vader.
But still capable of, like, you know...
being Darth Vader.
Well, and thinking without a completely evil mind. You know, like, Vader wasn't... He didn't care.
He was just an asshole.
You know how many people he killed just because he was, like, mad? Like... like, none of it was really even wrong. He was just like, it's a bad day. I can't breathe. I have a robot breathe for me. That guy over there gave me bad news. Bad news based off of the plan that, you know, I told him to do.
So it's his fault. I'm gonna kill him.
like I was... Like, we lost a bunch of droids, right? You know, we gotta find those droids. So I'm like, all right, go down there and comb the desert. And then they came back and they're like, we combed
There's
the desert.
no droids.
There's no droids. And they're like, he's like, don't fail me again. And then he, like, kills a guy. Like, fucking, it's not even... that was your plan, man. You told him to comb the desert.
And he found nothing.
By the way, comb the desert on your home planet, where, like, you know Jawas are a fucking thing.
I don't know if you saw the meme that I put on my Tumblr for you. The whole, like, Anakin slaughters an entire race of sand people, and then the next thing is Padme, and then it's just an image of a woman doing yoga. just spread eagle. And so, the time has passed for additional Gundam Wing content.
Oh, no.
But it doesn't change the fact that I want more of the universe that's in. Mm-hmm. Because they fucking went like 40 years with fucking Char and Amuro's universe.
Yeah, they did.
Like...
fuck Char.
And fuck Amuro. Fuck both of them. They're lame. It's a fucking pink Zaku.
Man, this is a dumb fucking series.
You know what? To go back to something that we harped on about a ton during the fucking Path of Radiance playthrough.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure we both actually hate Gundam. Because, so I had
not G Gundam.
No, so out of all the, however, like now 40 or so years with the Gundam series, we like G Gundam and Gundam Wing. I haven't seen Unicorn, Thunderbolt, or IBO. I have actually heard very good things about them. But I hated Zeta, I hated Double Zeta, I hated Seed, I hated Seed Destiny, I hated 8th MS, I hated the original Mobile Suit Gundam. It's all trash garbage.
Yeah, while we're at it, Gundam Wing wasn't... very good either.
It's my personal favorite, but I think G Gundam is better.
Well, so there's like a disclaimer that comes with that, right?
Yeah.
Like Gundam Wing as a serious series is better than G Gundam as a serious series. G Gundam tried to take itself seriously at times, but for the most part, it was a robot boxing match for King of the World. And like...
No, King of the Universe!
Like, that's not... This is not a very serious fucking subject. Whereas Gundam Wing was like, there was all these...
It was deathly serious.
Fucking, they were trying to crash colonies into the fucking planet.
It was politics with robots.
There was a lot of terrorism. There was a lot of terrorism involved.
That's kind of why I liked it, because it's basically just politicians and robots.
And like... Well, I mean, that's also what G Gundam is. But...
Well, no, that one's politicians and boxing robots.
Like... I mean, there were rules and it was a game.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's totally different. One was a legitimate war.
Yeah, the other one was, let's punch each other.
One was a battle royale.
Yeah.
Like...
That's actually so weird to think of, that G Gundam was actually a battle royale
Technically.
anime. Yeah. Technically, it was a battle royale anime. And that's so weird for me to think, because like modern battle royales, like Darwin's Games, Batum's, you know, they're all like 12 episodes.
I mean, it's legitimately like a battle royale episode where your brother comes back and starts reviving your dead enemies.
Yeah.
And also is a German ninja.
Schwarzbrüder.
Like, okay. like that's just the thing with G Gundam, is you can't hate it, because every time something happens, you just have to be like,
what the fuck is happening?
Okay.
Also, like, the thing that G Gundam, to me, is actually the better series. Because it was like 26 episodes, it was basically 2 seasons, and it didn't overstay its welcome.
Mm-hmm.
It was in, out, and for the sole purpose of procreation, much like the Protestants.
There were... Good one. It was a little rushed at times.
Yeah.
Because they clearly just wanted to, like, finish the second season. They just wanted it gone, right? They were like, okay, we started...
All right, we got 26 episodes.
Like,
hurry it up.
We don't love this that much.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna put it down and walk away from it.
With the help of my brother Kyoji.
Finished it. They at least finished it, and like, goddamn, it's just fucking entertaining, and I can't say that about Gundam Wing every episode.
See, I find Gundam Wing interesting every episode, but that's almost entirely because I like politics and robots as a combination.
Like, where the fuck?
That's why I fucking love Metal Gear so much.
Domon fucking Kashu.
Well, in Neo Japan.
But they were just like, okay, all right, you're gonna be the champion this year. You want to know why? Because your mom's dead, your dad's in stasis, your brother is on trial for super murder, and
super terrorism.
Somehow that becomes like Domon's fault, and they don't have a trial. There's no court. There's no judge. There's no jury. There's just if you wanna prove your innocence, I guess. Was it his innocence? It was his father's innocence.
Yeah, he was a surrogate for
like if you want to
actions.
Prove your innocence, then you got to go catch your brother, dude. But like, what?
Why?
Why? Okay, for one, law doesn't work like that. Ever.
It does. It does in Neo space.
Two, why not send his dad? Like the guy that...
Because he's not a young martial artist like Domon Kashu.
That was another thing. I guess he was that.
Yeah.
That kind of makes a little sense.
Yeah, well,
so
and
he
also...
would send the robot fighter down because he's a fighter. He's got...
Yeah. Well, and also he trained under Master Asia. It was my favorite. I fucking love Master Asia.
He's like the previous 4-time winner, isn't he?
Yeah, he won like 4 times, Domon's master, and he's the fucking original King of Hearts or whatever. My favorite thing about Master Asia is that he is like unabashedly a villain.
My favorite part about Master Asia is his horse has his own Gundam.
Yeah. It's fucking incredible.
Okay, that's just it. Watch. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck you.
Yeah,
watch
if you've never seen G Gundam, watch it.
Watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. you gotta watch the whole goddamn anime. All 26 fucking episodes.
Dude, we haven't done our
start to
fucking
finish.
yearly rewatch yet.
We haven't. We'll get to it though. Because G Gundam.
Gesundheit.
It's too ridiculous to exist, yet it does, and it's perfect.
My favorite, again, it's like, I feel like it doesn't overstay its welcome, because it fucking hits its climax, and it's just like, alright, we're out. It's just like, alright, I'm done, changes on table, get the fuck out of my house.
I did my business, leave, please leave. Gundam is my brother.
It's that fucking Shakeoid episode of South Park. More, faster. Yeah, that's it, you dirty bitch. And then fucking just throws change at you. That's what G Gundam is.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's great.
So here, I actually think
it doesn't make any excuses. None. Not at any point did anyone be like, no, this you should care about this. Like, you should care about this seriously. This is an emotional moment. Like, it has quote unquote emotional moments, but they're just like.
Got him.
He's a fucking edgelord.
So I think a good way to kind of distinguish why I enjoy both Gundam Wing and G Gundam for different reasons is that G Gundam's kind of a one-night stand and Gundam Wing's a committed relationship. Both have their place and both are great, but you kind of got to be in the mood for one in particular.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I always felt like Gundam Wing was too. Just a little.
It dragged.
Just a little too dark. Like,
I always thought it just kind of dragged around like episode like 30 to like 40.
For one, why is everyone 15?
Cause. Shut up though. Child soldiers.
Couldn't find anyone with like a little more military experience.
Well, I mean, one of them's a literal trained assassin.
Okay, yeah, I'll give him that. He's still 15 though.
Yeah, but he was also raised from birth to be.
But I'm sure they had some 23-year-old raised from birth assassins.
Well, so if I remember correctly, literally the whole reason why Hiro Yui was like the perfect assassin was because like he exhibited like no emotional like inclination for action for like his consequences.
Yeah, that's true. He was emotionally dead inside.
Yeah,
but for some reason loved Relena.
He like hated her. Considering like one of their first romantic fucking like interactions is, I would like you to come to my birthday party. I'll kill you. That's their first like romantic interaction. She's like, everyone's clapping. He rips up the fucking invitation and he just tells her he'll kill her.
Yeah, I just fucking loved Duo, man.
Duo was great.
And Tro was a bit.
Tro is my favorite character in that show besides fucking Zax.
And then Catcher's a bitch.
Yeah, Catcher's a fucking bitch.
Catcher's such a bitch, dude. He doesn't. Anyway, thanks for showing up,
everybody. Just super moto.
but he's mad about it. Like, yeah. He's like he's like so in the zone that he's angry.
Alright, well, thank you for coming to the combination Mass Effect Gundam Wing episode. We got way more out of this than I thought we were going to.
Yeah, straight up. Anyway, don't come back. Bye.
Alternatively, watch G Gundam and then don't come back.